Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be explaining everything you need to know about Call of Duty Black Ops 4 Zombies DLC 5 Zombies Chronicles 2.0, coming in seemingly the very near future. In fact, the maps are already reportedly complete and ready to be released, so we'll definitely be discussing some key dates to look out for, but nothing set in stone. More on that once we jump into the main portion of the video, but before we do, I want to say three things. One, this video is a much shorter version of my previous one, now written on a script in order to contain more information as well, and to present the information as quickly as possible. Next, drop a comment down below in the comment section letting me know what old generation map is your favorite and what you want remastered in Black Ops 4 Zombies. So for example, you'll say TRANZIT and I want it in Black Ops 4 Zombies Chronicles because of, I don't know, I like Denizens. Like, I don't actually like that, but drop a comment down below with something along the lines of that. And then three, the last thing I wanted to say before we jump into the main portion of the video is thank you so much for the amazing support on my last Zombies Chronicles video. I'll be making my personal channel announcements very soon. Definitely make sure that if any of you watching right now do go ahead to enjoy the video and you will find anything awesome, that you do go ahead and smash the like button as well as drop a sub with notifications turned on. I'll shout out 3 people in my next video who'll go ahead and do so just let me know by leaving a comment down below. Let's get into the actual video. Alright, so to be completely clear, although I do not have any sources of my own, this video is not based off of pure speculation whatsoever. Info from DKDYNAMITE and the Gaming Revolution, who do have sources and are very credible, as well as from Black Ops 4 itself and the heads of zombies, will all be presented throughout this video. Again, huge shout out to DKDYNAMITE for being the rock of the post BO4 zombies community. That's literally what he has been. So the first question that you may be asking before we get into the evidence and release dates is, what will Zombies Chronicles include? As of now, it's rumored that DLC 5 will definitely contain remakes of all Berry, Transit, and Die Rise. That's right, remakes as in old map plus new areas. Blood of the Dead, TOTEN, Classified, and Alpha Omega are all examples of this. A remaster would just be a 1-for-1 HD version of the same old map. For example, Doris in Black Ops 4 as the Giant. Moving into how they had time for this, Buried is actually already in Blackout, the entirety of it, plus new areas. Transit assets also exist in Blackout, and Die Rise may just be based off of the construction site that again is already present in Blackout as well. It would also be a great opportunity for Treyarch to finally create the Transit of their dreams, not the one that was released in Black Ops 2 as a culprit of both time and console restraints. Either way, those 3 maps are definite, but there's also been rumors going around about other stuff, like for example, a 1-for-1 remaster of other maps, maybe 5 or Mob of the Dead. Those are the 2 most prevalent ones that have been thrown around the community, but issues with characters would definitely be an argument against that actually happening though, because both contain celebrity cast, so we'll just have to wait and see if it happens, how it would happen at all. It's just weird that they already added the Pentagon Thief in Blackout, and obviously he's not a character in Classified, and he'd only be able to fit into one possible Zombies map, and that would be a 5 1-for-1 remake. Anyways, as for anything else that could be included in this pack, Library of Alexandria, as well as another Chaos map where apparently supposed to be DLCs 3 and 4 for Black Ops 4 respectively. Those would of course be Chaos maps, obviously part of the Chaos story. We've seen an apparent wonder weapon from one of the maps in other game modes in BO4. This was called the Eye of Apophis. It's an insanely cool melee weapon that to our knowledge is not available in any of the current Chaos maps, and according to a leak was meant to be a wonder weapon in one of the Chaos maps that got pushed back / canceled. Now the reason why those Chaos maps got cut / pushed back was because Chaos did not perform anywhere close to Aether in terms of community engagement and satisfaction. Therefore, it's still very possible we see these maps in the DLC 5 pack as well. Do I personally think they'll be there? No, because of possible marketing issues, but hey, anything's possible and it's important to at least discuss them and talk about them. With the actual content of the Zombies Chronicles map pack out of the way, let's move into evidence and eventual potential release dates for it. Alright, so first things first, in July 2018, a few months before the actual release of Black Ops 4, a panel at Comic-Con was held for Zombies. The board opened it up to the crowd for questions. This is when somebody asked Blundell, are we going to see a Zombies Chronicles 2? Blundell responded with, well, is there any interest for that, in his usual play-on way. The crowd then proceeded to scream, and then Blundell said, because you said it, I'm going to think about it for you. Obviously, as I said, Blundell also said this in his usual play-on way as if he had something up his sleeve. Now, although this wasn't an indicator towards Zombies Chronicles 2, it was definitely a very big teaser. Alright, so let's move into the next Chronicles 2 hint. Black Ops 4 releases, an in-game store is added, and we see this screen. Throughout the DLC season of Black Ops 4, an obvious trend is noticed. The screen is home to all the BO4 Zombies DLC packs, from DLC 0, which is what Classified is technically considered, to DLC 4 TOTEN. We see every single map in Black Ops 4 listed on the screen. There's just one issue though. One of the items is yet to be unlocked, and if it's going to be unlocked, that could only mean one thing. It gets unlocked and it houses the 5th DLC pack for Black Ops 4 Zombies, Zombies Chronicles 2.0. As a side note, we don't exactly know the name of the DLC pack either, but I'm just going to be calling it Zombies Chronicles 2.0 and using the term DLC 5 interchangeably with it, since that's exactly what this would be. Anyways, the next piece of information for DLC 5 comes from the actual Black Ops 4 game files itself. Now, I can't show them to you for copyright reasons, but there's a strip of code that reads DLC 5 ZM. This goes hand in hand with the previous piece of information I just gave you, because some of you may argue that DLC 5 is tagged or TOTEN because DLC 1 is technically classified, right? No, that's false. As stated before, classified is referred to in the files as DLC 0. This line of code, DLC 5 ZM, from the files is referring to an installment after DLC 4 tagged or TOTEN. Again, it's still extremely important to keep this in mind, guys, that anything unannounced is subject to change. Everything could have been laid out perfectly for Zombies Chronicles 2 to release at any point in time, but since it's unannounced, there's nothing limiting Activision and Treyarch to a certain time period. Well, I guess Modern Warfare in a sense, but you get what I mean. Moving on, one of DKDYNAMITE'S sources confirmed that Zombies Chronicles 2 and trailers were 100% complete and ready to be released. That's huge because if true, that means that they can literally announce this thing whenever the hell they want. Today, tomorrow, 2 weeks, 2 months from now, whenever. Doesn't matter. It's just good to know that it's taken care of and that Treyarch's main priority is Call of Duty Black Ops 5. Alright, so now before we get into actual dates for this potential map pack, let's sum up what we have. And if you guys have not already dropped a like on the video and subscribed to the channel, what are you doing with your life? Go ahead, drop a like, subscribe, turn on notifications, and let's jump into the summary of what we have. Then we'll jump into potential release dates. Okay, so in summary so far, Chronicles 2 was teased at Comic-Con 2018 by Treyarch themselves. The BO4 in-game store hints at more content being added via the locked items in the item shop. There are in-game files literally referencing DLC 5 ZM. Tons of potential Chronicles 2 assets already exist in Blackout right now. And then the final thing is a source of DKDYNAMITE, again, huge shout out to him, elite man right there. He confirmed the suspicion of Chronicles, also stating that DLC 5 is 100% complete and ready to go. Hopefully the source of DK is reliable, and I have no reason to believe that it wouldn't be. But again, like I said, take everything you hear with a grain of salt. This video is just a huge recap of everything related to DLC 5 Zombies Chronicles, and then going into dates for a potential release, which we're going to get into right now. Alright, so now that you guys know everything about DLC 5 Zombies Chronicles 2.0 and are completely caught up, when will this thing actually drop? Short answer is we obviously have no clue, but we can take hints from what's already out there about it. So let's consider a few things. One, that the info DKDYNAMITE received from a leaker saying that the maps are done along with the trailers is true. 2, let's also consider Modern Warfare's current season's end date. And then 3, let's consider that Treyarch will market this DLC pack a minimum of 1 week before release and then release it on a Tuesday at 1 PM Eastern Time as usual, with every single other DLC pack inside of Black Ops 4. This automatically knocks out all of December and one date in January. In December, what we have left is Tuesday, December 17th, Tuesday, December 24th, and Tuesday, December 31st. With the exclusion of the 17th, all of these dates are holidays. To my knowledge, no DLC content for Call of Duty in general was ever released on a holiday, which makes total and complete sense. So we'll rule those 2 dates out. As for the 17th though, the only thing that could really happen on this date is that they can announce it on this day. That would then set it up for a release date of January 7th. Now, although that's possible, I don't believe that would be the case at all. I look at it like this. If everything's true, DLC 5 is either going to serve as a middle ground between DLC 4 tagged or TOTEN and Black Ops 5's announcement, or will be held for the Black Ops 5 announcement altogether as part of some kind of maybe potential pre-order bonus. That's a possibility as well. If it's not held for Black Ops 5, they can announce it at any point in January, most likely the 7th as we just talked about, and release it on a day like the 14th or the 22nd. Just remember though, my word is not God's word. It's literally a guess based off the information provided to me. So again, if I had to take a guess, I would say January 22nd. And the reason why I say this though is because tagged or TOTEN released on September 23rd, 2019. January 22nd would be 3 months after the release date of DLC 4. That would be in line with the typical DLC release time, excluding DLC 4 because that had released a little bit earlier due to other reasons, but that would be in line with the typical release dates for Black Ops 4 Zombies as a whole. All the other maps were multiple months apart. This would also set it up to be 2 to 3 months before the official announcement of Black Ops 5. So if they did release it on January 22nd, this would be no different than any other DLC pack inside of Black Ops 4 and would be a great way to hold off the Zombies community until the official announcement of Black Ops 5 in probably March or April of 2020. With that being said, that is it, my friends. Once again, definitely make sure you go ahead and drop a like on this video if you did find it informative at all, and of course make sure that you are subscribed to the channel if you don't want to miss any future Zombies Chronicles related videos, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Adios.